All of my blood, my sweat and my tears, this music is made through the pain. You gon' win a few, you gon' lose a few, as long as you know that you gain. They wanna work, but they don't wanna work. All they ever using is some words, not fully focused.
So in the locker room after this game, when he gets to 63 in our face, we look at each other and we say, you know, this guy's pretty good.
Yo, what's the word, Cloud Gang? It's your boy Zente, and I'm back like I never left. Welcome to the Realest Hour, man. In this video, I'm going to be reacting to NBA legends explain why Michael Jordan was better than everybody. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, comment down below more videos you want to see me react to, and let's get it started.
Now with the current NBA season, when the top 75 players of all time were selected, obviously Michael Jordan was not missing on that list. So in this video, I want to show you NBA greats telling their stories and explaining why Michael Jordan was the greatest player of all time. Alright, but before we dive into that, let me ask you guys for a small favor. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. And I would say, let's start. Now the first clip that I want to show you guys is actually pretty amazing. It is Larry Bird, and he explains how he felt about Michael Jordan back in the days. And it's a current clip, so let's check it out.
Michael can beat you in a lot of different ways. He can beat you mentally, beat you physically, he can guard you, and he can score. I know in my time he was better than all of us.
He's always been a clutch performer, and one of the guys can take over late in the game, and that's what really made Michael Jordan so special. When the game was on the line, no one was better.
The thing that Michael Jordan doesn't get the most credit for probably would be the fact that he's the most fundamentally sound basketball player that ever lived. You know, if you look at all the highlights, you know, you see the dunks and you see the, you know, the jump from the free throw line. But when he's on defense, the correct hands in the passing lane. When he's boxing out, he turns the correct way. When he's in defensive position, he's weak side, he's on the right side of the ball. Like, he's the most fundamentally sound basketball player who was the greatest athlete. Most guys who are super athletic don't do that. To me, that's the one thing he does not get credit for.
So do y'all agree with what Kenny said, that he's the most fundamentally sound player in NBA history? Let me know what y'all think about that. And then as far as that, I think Kyrie Irving is the most skilled player of all time. I think it's a tie between Kobe, Jordan, and KD, who's the best offensive player of all time, like just scorer, like being able to get a bucket. Let me say bucket getter. I'm not even going to say offensive player. Bucket getter. KD, Kobe, and Jordan. To me, those are the three players that get a bucket the easiest. But then, if we go in as far as like IQ, I think it's like between Larry Bird, LeBron, and Rondo, or Chris Paul. So, I don't know. Maybe, I feel like I could do a video, I could find a video like that to react to. I would rather just talk about it, but that's not really the content that I make. If y'all wanted me to do that, I would. Just leave a like on the video and comment down below and let me know. But answer these questions. Do you think Jordan is the most fundamentally sound player of all time? Who do you think the most skilled player is? Who do you think the person that gets the most buckets, like the easiest buckets, is? And who has the best IQ of all time in NBA? Answer that.
Now, he turns the correct way. When he's in defensive position, he's weak side, he's on the right side of the ball. Like, he's the most fundamentally sound basketball player who was the greatest athlete. Most guys who are super athletic don't do that. To me, that's the one thing he does not get credit for.
And the next clip that we're going to take a look at involved Joe Dumars and Isiah Thomas. And as we know, Isiah Thomas always had this, pretty difficult relationship with Michael Jordan. But in the following clip, he has at least some nice words to say about MJ. Let's have a look.
I vowed to myself, no matter how spectacular he was, I was never going to show any emotion.
Yeah.
Zero. I'm not dapping you up with my, oh my God, no. None of that. So I'm going to stay right here. But in my mind, I was saying, damn, did you see that? In my mind, I was saying that. But my face was like, nah.
When we mentioned Jordan, did you notice his body language?
He stood on alert. He stood on alert, like he said in the film room. That's it.
You know, it's the one game that, ironically, this may sound a little bit odd, but it's probably more than any other game. That's the game I look forward to the most. Because you knew that night you had to be at your absolute best. And so if there's something, anything, a matchup or whatever, that's going to bring out the best in you, if you're a true competitor, that's what you really want. And so for me, it was the one game I look forward to more than any other game to play against him, because he was everything that you just described with LeBron. I was listening to you. Yeah. That's about the way it is. Yeah, like any slip up, any lull, any mistake that's made, you're gonna exploit it. He's gonna take advantage of it. So you had to be so keenly locked in, game plan, here's what we're doing, here's where I need to be. And you would be furious if somebody didn't rotate they were supposed to, because you knew, you know, look, I'm trusting that you're gonna be there. And so, because if you're not there, dude's about to do some, you know, he's about to do something, you know, real freaky here.
And the next clip that we're going to take a look at involved many NBA legends. And if you take a look at the quality of legends, you will really see that MJ was in a league of his own.
In his second year, which he missed most of the year with a foot injury, his own team didn't want him to play in the playoffs. And they were going to be playing against the Boston Celtics in the very first round. And we've got one of the great teams ever. In the first game, Michael Jordan, who we'd read about, heard about, and a nice career down in North Carolina, Olympic gold medal. And we play Michael, and he just puts himself in and says, I'm going to play. Game starts, Celtics were just rolling, playing great. Celtic crowd, Boston Garden, just over the top, fantastic. At the end of the game, which the Celtics win handily, Michael has 49 points. And we kind of shrugged, and because other guys have scored many points in games where they lose. And so we're kind of in the locker room after the game and muttering amongst ourselves, well, he'll never do that again.
Jordan with 8 on
sure
the clock.
about that?
Jordan ties the game.
Oh, boy.
63 points, and you're looking at an all-time record.
Oh, boy.
So in the locker room after this game, when he gets to 63 in our face, we look at each other and we say, this guy's pretty good.
Jordan, Michael down the
That's
lane,
crazy. That's actually insane. That your opponent is so nice that you're in the locker room like, nah, he tight. That boy different. That's crazy. And you're winning too. You get what I'm saying? Like the Celtics smacking the Bulls. Like it's no competition. But he getting 49 and then 63 back to back. They in the locker room. They not even talking about the win. They like, nah, boy over there different. That's crazy.
63 points, and you're looking at an all-time record.
Oh, boy.
So in the locker room after this game, when he gets to 63 in our face, we look at each other and we say, this guy's pretty good.
Up to Jordan, Michael down the lane, jammed it. Michael Jordan to the hole for the jam.
He was in retirement playing baseball. He asked Ryan Higgins, can he come to practice and just practice? He wanted to play some basketball. He itching to play some basketball. He asked Rick Adelman. Rick Adelman said, yeah. So he came to practice. He was still in shape and all this and all that. But, we thought he was rusty. He wasn't going to. But he asked, how good is this Sprewell kid? He's like, we was like, he's good, but he's not on your level. But he's good. He's an all-star. So it seemed like when we said he is an all-star, it seemed like kind of took him like, okay, let me see if he really is an all-star. And oh my God, it was ugly. He took over practice. It was him, Ronnie Cycli, and some other guys. Ronnie was on our team, but he played with our guys. You could tell he was still the best in the world.
Michael Jordan at his best. There's very few people on this planet that can do this. Try to take off Starks.
I take pride in never being dunked on. In 19 years, I could probably say I probably only been dunked on like 3 or 4 times. But his arrogance, Michael Jordan, came baseline one time and tried to dunk on me. And it hurt my heart, but I had to flagrant foul him and lay him out. And when I went to shake his hand and pick him up, he said, "Don't ever help nobody up." And he bounced right back up. And I knew then why he was the best player in the game. It resonated with me later because Pat Riley once told me, you show other players respect by showing them none. So Michael Jordan was like, hey, we're on different teams. Yes, we're friends, we're fraternity brothers, we're on different teams, but when we're on this court, I don't know you, Shaq.
To compete, to win, that's all I live for, really. When you lose, you know, you're easily forgotten, and I don't think anyone want to go to their graves forgotten.
If you really wanted to get a look into Michael's soul, you would actually watch a practice, not a game. When you watch somebody that talented, that focused in practice, that hardworking, that dominant in practice. I mean, he made every single drill feel like Game 7 of the finals. That's how competitive he was. And he just set a tone for himself and for the whole team with the way he approached practice. And that was pretty unique.
Wham! In your face. Michael tonight is showing the entire repertoire.
I just remember being a kid and getting the chance to watch somebody that he just did everything well. You know what I mean? Like, he played basketball at the excitement level. He won. He seemed to be like a tough competitor and vicious. Off the court, his commercials, like he just did everything. He had the coolest shoes, and like he dressed well, and like he had the perfect smile, and it was just kind of like he was a superhero.
That is vintage Jordan superstar.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And even more important,
yo, if y'all want to see more NBA legends explain why a certain player is good, I'll check them out. Just make sure you comment down below and leave a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, man, be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Like I said, comment down below anything you want to see me react to. And until next time, man, it's your boy Zente. I'm going to catch you in the next one. GG's!
Look, sometimes I feel like I'm chosen. I'm in the building, I'm letting the bros in. Show love, but my heart is frozen. Out to the top, I'm climbing the totem. Money get longer, circle get closed in. The hoes is all on my scrotum. Real talk, being broke is a no man. Fuck you, get money's the slogan. Making shit drip like the Rosen. You know my body, you know I goes in. They always asking, where am I going? Wherever the paper, the money in motion. Shit get deep in the ocean. Spitting the acid, verses is potent. I'm the best, no bragging, no boasting. They came dying and I got the potion. Look, now I'm in overdrive.